Welcome to Wealth Wise Wednesdays. My name is Karen McGill, and this episode is being shot on February 7th, 2018. Today, I want to talk to you about debt settlement. Now, debt settlement sounds so great because you think that, okay, you're in debt, you can't afford to pay it all, or you don't want to pay it all. So you contact your creditor and say, oh, I'll just pay this much. Yeah, and of course, in a fantasy world, they'd be going, oh, yeah, no problem. That's all you have to pay. Don't worry about the rest. We'll write it off. We're a big company. We'll write it off. Yeah. Now, the procedure usually happens like this. A debtor contacts a debt settlement company who then will set up a special fund. And all the payments that you would have made to creditors goes into that fund for months or whatever. Meanwhile, remember, you're getting calls from your creditors because they're not getting any money. You're getting calls and getting harassing calls at work, at home. So you got to remember that part too. Then there'll come a time when the debt settlement company will go, okay, we're going to approach your creditors. As they see if they'll take a smaller amount. Nothing in the law says that your creditors have to take a smaller amount. And what if they say, no, we want all our money? And they proceed to garnish your wages. And what if you were current on all your payments when you had to file for you're going to end up having to file for bankruptcy, but you were current on all your payments before you went to the debt settlement company. It was just getting harder to deal with. Well, now you've ruined your credit rating. And you may end up filing for bankruptcy. I'm going to consult some notes here, please. There are dangers as well to this method of getting out of debt, especially if the debtor gets involved with, shady settlement companies, and there are a lot of those around. According to nomordebts.org, they're seeing misleading advertisements from U.S.-based debt settlement companies who are trying to make it look like they're Canadian with Canadian offices. And the success rate for these for-profit debt settlement companies is less than 10%. And 65% of the people pay these companies. These people leave the program without ever settling their debt. So they still have all this debt. Plus, the creditor has now applied late fees, penalties, interest, which has quite often doubled or tripled the original debt. And the people end up paying the same amount of money in fees to the settlement company as the original savings. So these people do not save money and are often left in worse financial state than if they'd never gotten involved with them. And I've already talked about what happens if the creditor refuses to take the deal with the settlement company. Then the person who has now not made payments for so long is really up a creek without a paddle. And the creditors don't have to wait, You got to remember, how long is it going to take for you when you're making small payments to the debt settlement company and not paying the creditors? How long is it going to take before the debt settlement company says, okay, well, we've got enough, we can approach them? In that time, they could, your creditor could take action. See, because you have to remember, when you are paying that money to the debt settlement company, that money is going to the debt settlement company, not your creditors. They're stockpiling it to send it to the creditors. So debt settlement is something that, if you are considering it, if you feel that's your only way out, please get involved with a can't talk some days, a reputable company, and know what you're doing. So that's all I have to say about debt settlement for now. I would like to tell you about my 7-day challenges. It's an introductory look at my 5-step process that I use to save myself over $400,000 in future credit card interest charges. And I offer this challenge on Facebook. No charge. Let you get a look at this 5-step process that I use, and then see if you want to talk more to me about it. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, there will be a link below, down there, where you can click to go to another video and learn more about my 7-day challenge. It's called 7 Days Towards Financial Stability. And I want to tell you all to have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.